Welcome back, guys. We are past the pop culture. My name is Ricky with my co-host, Mr. Mrphen.
Yo.
All right, did I do it the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Oh, no, I did it the right way. Okay, I did it right. I try to make sure I mirror it. Well, if you're just listening, it didn't matter. But if you are not listening to us live, I'd always highly recommend to check us out on Twitch when we go live for these podcasts. It's always fun to hear you guys. The chat kind of gets interesting sometimes. But anyways, so we got a lot of things to talk about today. There's Netflix canceling Resident Evil, which no one's really crying over. Microsoft wants Activision for mobile and PC games. That's why they're trying to acquire them. Not so much Call of Duty, which is very interesting, right? Because Sony is pushing back against Microsoft, saying, hey, by taking Activision, you're stealing Call of Duty from the other consoles, right, which is pretty much just Sony, and making it unfair for everybody else, and that it changes how consoles are bought, right? So It's very interesting that they're going that route. They are also releasing a Xbox Game Pass. Well, it's a leak, right?
Yeah.
They're doing it over in Europe, I believe, like in Ireland. And so kind of interesting, kind of excited for that, so that, you can split that with your friends and family, right? You can get one Xbox Game Pass, because I know, Fen, you have it, I have it, my brother has it, so it's like, we have, like, our cousins have it.
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
like,
what I was going to say.
Has it, so I was like, there's like 4 or 6 of us that have it, like, it's crazy. So I'm kind of excited for that if they bring that over. Dark Souls 3's PC servers are barely back up, right? We'll talk about that. And if you guys were here for last stream, I said it's a good day to be an American, because Sony's hikes price are for Europe, Japan, and pretty much everybody else except for the United States. They're not raising the prices. So if you're here in the US, get the PS5 right now if you really want to get it. If possible, because there's still shortages and stuff that we can go over. But yeah, so the prices are going up, but not in America, baby. we got that currency stable still, so our stuff hasn't dropped. But others, like, I don't know, there's just so much things to talk about, right? Like Batman, like the Cape Crusader. I kind of want to talk about that. I want to try and jump into that because we were talking about this a while back when they did the DC Fandom, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were like, oh my gosh, they're bringing back Batman, the animated series, like, basically with this, right? Like, a lot of the people that headed that were on this project. There's a lot of names attached to this. Matt Reeves, Bruce Timm, yeah, that was an animator for Batman the Animated Series, J.J. Abrams. And so basically what ends up happening, if you guys haven't heard, I'm pretty sure because everybody's already talked about this, but it's not going to be on HBO anymore. They decided to kind of scrap it. So they're trying to show it around. They're trying to see if maybe they can get Hulu or Netflix or Apple even. And there is interest. They did say in the article here by Comic Book that there is interest. I don't know why HBO Max is like, no. I know that they've had like a huge shakeup, and that because like the merges and stuff, that they basically view animation as like worthless. It's not worth the money, which is quite sad. I really enjoy animation. So to see it kind of get sidelined like this.
Do you think that's because the last 2 movies kind of like didn't do very well?
I think that, but it's like to be like, oh, animation doesn't work. Like, bro, look at the anime industry. Are you serious?
True, man.
Like, the anime industry is huge. But maybe they're just like, you know what? Maybe they're just thinking it in terms of like, we can't compete, or trying to carve that niche. It's not really worth it. But like the animated stuff for DC in general was like their best, highest quality stuff that they put out. And maybe they're just like, it's not worth the money. We don't get enough in streams or like, I don't know what it is like that. They're really just kind of like, no, it's not worth, animation's not worth it. And which is like crazy to me because anime is making so much money.
Well, it's also weird because HBO also has anime. So
yeah, I guess to produce it, right? Because it's different. Like Japan's, it's just licensing it to us, right? I'm assuming like to all these like services. So they're not actually producing it. But I don't know, man. I really don't know what HBO Max is really doing here. HBO Max is kind of weird, I feel like, because they're kind of like in this weird gray area where they have some stuff, right? They had like the Justice League movie, and it's just like they have good things on there, but it just seems like they don't really know what they want to do with HBO.
Which is weird.
I don't know. Giving it to Hulu or Netflix, I mean, I prefer that over Apple, even though Apple TV has been producing some decent stuff that I actually do recommend people to check out. But yeah, I just don't really know what they're going to go with this, because everybody wanted this. Everyone's like, yes, we're bringing it back. Everyone's like, cool, my childhood memories like of like Batman animated series, we're bringing it back. And no, they just axed it.
I wonder who's making these like choices, because everything
don't know who they brought in or
and HBO is like screwed. Like they canceled a lot of shows besides this one, and actually there are a lot of animated ones too, right? That got canceled. So
yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of animation just got taken down. Like a lot of the old Cartoon Network stuff, I think, got taken down. I remember seeing it briefly. Like people were upset. Like it was mainly like in the animation cartoon community and stuff like that. Like people were pretty upset about.
I mean, it's their loss, because HBO. I feel like HBO was like the one-stop shop for like a lot of stuff, including like TV shows, good movies, like blockbuster movies, even anime. So it's like, why are they getting rid of Batman, or why are they getting rid of a lot of DC stuff?
I don't know. It's just
DC is dying, I guess. See you later.
Alright, well,
we can start that
it's
rant.
It's kind of sad, but yeah.
Well, no, it's just it's stupid, because we did want to watch this, and it's like, well, now we don't know what's gonna happen. They got rid of Batgirl. Like, they pushed back Aquaman and Shazam. So it's like, what is happening?
Where's the Flash at? The Flash is just in the air.
Well, right? they're talking still. I don't know if you heard about that.
I don't know, man. They're talking. They're walking. I don't know, man.
He said sorry.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, just put on the movie on HBO Max, and then we'll trash it. And
yeah, don't just like literally just release it. Don't market it. Say, here you go. We're sorry this happened, but this is what happened. Here you go. Bye. And just drop it.
Just put it out. Right?
And then it's gonna be like super good movie, and then everyone's gonna feel bad, and then like, well, now what do we do? Imagine.
Yeah. My problem with, right, like, it's because, like, I haven't seen Resident Evil, right, like, but they canceled it, right, and apparently the show is pretty terrible. From what I've been told, like, a lot of people, like, hated it, like, they had, like, a little song and dance scene, and they're making, like, weird references to stuff that are, like, kind of cringy.
Yep.
So it's, like, I don't know how much creative control, because, you know, Netflix, right, like, they like to have their control, they like to put their little fingers into, like, the creative stuff, so, like, trying to get the Batman Caped Crusader stuff into Netflix, kind of worried about that.
Well, yeah, because if it sucks, what are they gonna do? They're gonna get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's bad, but like they just like Netflix, they like to change things around, put their little grubby hands in, and be like, no, we think this is gonna be good, and then it's gonna be bad. So I don't. Maybe Hulu. I think Hulu would be better. Last choice would be like Apple.
Nothing ever bad happens with Hulu. They're just chilling. At least that I could think of, right? Because I don't think there's anything bad with Halo.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything bad.
They got Hulu, Fox and they're chilling.
Knock on wood, right?
Knock on wood. So, Hulu shutting down. Oh no.
Yeah. No. But yeah, to get into more like, I guess, like the gaming side of things, kind of just like to let people know, right? Of course, Dark Souls 3 PC servers are back up, right? I mentioned that earlier. They're barely up.
How long has it been? I kind of stopped counting.
It's been months. This was before Elden Ring was released. And so the servers are back up. Remember, guys, so it was like a exploit so that they can like
they could hack your system.
Yeah, it was like a crazy
get rid of everything.
Take controller of your computer. They can take control of your computer. So it was like a crazy thing. And so they still, I think, no, this is only Dark Souls 3. They don't have Dark Souls 2. Or the Dark Souls Remastered, right? They don't have those ones. So it's only 3 that's been up. And then they're saying it might still be there for Demon Souls, but they don't know.
That's why I wanted to talk about this article. It's funny.
So it's just kind of like a...
What are they doing? Just get rid of the servers completely or something.
It's just kind of funny, right? Like, it's just kind of funny. Like,
it's like, come on.
Like, I think everybody, because like the release of Elden Ring, everyone just forgot about this, including us.
Yeah.
So it's
That's why when I read it, I was like, oh, that's still a thing.
I totally forgot about that. I
Yeah.
totally thought when it dropped that I thought if they did something, I think they probably quickly patched some stuff up to make sure like you can. They made a quick change. I know that just so that you can't like
do it, but still.
they just took it down and did some stuff, but like yeah, now it's fixed. So yeah, you can
play Dark
you
Souls
can
3.
go play that now. Yeah.
But not the other ones.
Yeah, just not the other ones online. But yeah, and then it just like that's just I don't know, man. I kind of want to figure out like why it takes so long, but I guess we'll never know. We'll never know.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because Elden Ring, but you know.
Yeah, I mean Elden Ring. Everyone was so hyped about that. No one really cared at this point.
Yeah.
But some other interesting stuff is, of course, Sony increasing the prices in Europe, Japan, Australia, China, Mexico, Canada, right? So prices are jumping by 10% in Europe, 21% in Japan, which is crazy.
Yep.
And then 6% in the UK, mainly due to inflation. So basically they're saying that, like, dude, this is crazy. So it's $549 now in Europe.
Correct.
Before it's $499. So that's crazy, that jump. Like I don't like
euros,
that sounds
right?
like a big number jump. Yeah, that's euros.
Okay.
But it's like oof. Those are looking like big jumps.
That's
here.
100 right there. Eh? Dang.
Yeah.
But
like
why?
Canada. So but Canada's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like the digital edition's $499 and then it's going up to $519. So it's not too bad on some of them, but it is, especially if you're gaming on a budget, right? Especially a lot of people now, it's really tough to like.
That's half a computer.
Yeah, like it's really tough now to like really sit there and be like, oh yeah, this is worth it. I think if things keep going the way they are, we're gonna probably see the rise of more like budget gaming. I feel like because like we're paying $70, right, for games now, and on top of that, you gotta drop $500-600 to pick up a console. And like yeah, you got a controller with it, but you're most likely gonna want a second controller, right?
Yep.
You need a headset. You want to get the headset, right? You know, headset with mic, hopefully, and then it's just like. All these things have to go into it, right? Like, luckily you can kind of game for free, right? But you got to pay for PlayStation Online most of the time, right? Or Xbox Online, right? Like, and so PC Master Race. But anyways, so the main thing is just trying to. I mean, like, I guess the Switch is really the only like affordable console that's left now, right? Like, it's just things are just going up, and it's gonna be really tough to game on a budget and. I don't know, man. I think this would be good in a way for indie because then all their games are always going to be like on the cheaper side. So I think we're going to see just more indie games being sold. But we have been seeing that video games have been making less money though. Like things are going down. Like it's not because like
because all the trash we're getting.
Yeah, then like because the beginning of the pandemic, there was like a boom. Right, like it was just super hot. Like everyone was buying video games, and then now we're seeing that cool off and even like, kind of receding, and now it's just going down. And so, I don't know.
No more free money, I guess, huh?
It's just that it's too difficult, and then especially because the shortages, and then the scalpers, man. It's
the scalpers. Like all this, probably 100% scalpers, guaranteed.
There's just, I mean, because the scalpers bought out a lot of it, so it couldn't get to like the first like wave of customers for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just kind of annoying to like, it's just too much like a mix of things. But since we're talking about budget gaming, right? Like you're gonna have the Xbox Game Pass where it's
this is
friends
huge.
And family, and so this is a leak, so it is kind of but
grain of
it
salt.
is going on in Ireland, and I think it's like the EU, and then where else did they mention? But it was I think it was just Ireland. I think they mentioned.
Yeah, it was just one place, I believe.
Yeah, and then so basically they're testing Ireland and Colombia, which is interesting. And then so and let me see, it's not going to be restricting the Game Pass Ultimate subscribers to sharing their benefits But okay, so the current Xbox Game Pass is $21.99. Yeah, $21.99.
So it's like,
oh no, that's euros. Sorry, in Ireland.
10 more bucks.
Yeah. So.
And oh wait, so you can
plan.
share it to 4 other people.
Yeah, so it's 4 other people basically, and it doesn't currently mention a family restriction, and its test plan only that people need to be in the same country. So
that's huge.
Currently, Game Pass here is like $10 a month basically, but it doesn't come with like multiplayer if you're like on their consoles.
Yeah, but who cares?
But you can. So Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is $14.99. Which gives you pretty much everything, right?
That's
so the family
huge, man.
Plan, we kind of interesting. I think Xbox, Microsoft in general, is just looking to take over the gaming industry.
Well, think about it. 10 more dollars, Ricky, and then you can give it to 4 other people. So that's literally me, you, Ryan, and Angel. Boom. Split between us. That's wow. But I just wonder if there's any restrictions, like we can't play games at the same time or something.
Yeah, but it seems like there's really no restrictions on it because something like a lot of people don't talk about, right, is how that when Xbox, right, you had to pay for online.
Yeah.
So a lot like even for myself, I chose PlayStation, right, the PS3 because online was free.
Yep.
And that was like a huge part of my decision making. Is like, well, I don't want to be paying for online every month. Right? So then I bought the PS3. That's what got a lot of people to go with Sony in the first place because their online was free and it was cheaper, right, to be on PlayStation. So that's how a lot of people became PlayStation fans. Of course, that changed with the PS4 and now with the PS5. But I think Xbox is being smart. They're saying, hey, let's just make things more affordable, more cheaper, do family plans, right? Because things are getting a little bit harder to pay for, right? So people are gonna like go for this kind of stuff, right? Versus like Sony's increasing prices while Microsoft's trying to drive down prices on their stuff.
Yeah, and they're not changing the price on their system.
So eventually, because the thing is, it's like because video games for Microsoft makes up a lot of money, but they have like Windows and they have all these other things.
Yeah,
like,
they'll be fine.
Like a huge part of the Sony's money makers is the video games and the PlayStation and that whole thing. Like it's so for them to like lose money on the video games is pretty tough for them.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft's gonna be chilling, right? Like they're a huge business, right?
Yep.
No one's gonna they're not crying over oh no we have to increase the prices or whatever. Like they're fine. So they can afford to do this, right? And I think it's going to cause a lot of people to start switching over to Game Pass, right? Because we're getting day one releases for $60, $70 games, right? Yep. And what is PlayStation doing? They have to drive up prices. So eventually people are going to start just switching over and everyone's be like, well, they're going to make that financial decision based off of Xbox. And especially because they have PC, right? It's cross compatibility, so it's like why not, right?
Why do you think Sony's not doing this? Like why? Like hey,
I don't think they
don't want to.
I don't think they have. I don't know. Maybe they just don't have the money, or they just don't have
I don't know
foresight.
About that.
Because remember, like back in the PS3 days, it was all like they had everything as cheap as possible. Like I remember that, like they were trying to like really focus on that, and that's why like when the PS4 came out, it was like everyone was like, "What? You're making us pay for online now?" Remember that? And then they just slowly started like increasing the prices for things, making things more expensive. You had to get PlayStation Plus. You had to do this. You had to do that. And I think just slowly, they just started like wanting a little bit more.
I think they should just cut the strings and say, all right, let's join the PC gang, be a competitor direct to Microsoft.
Do you think Sony can actually compete on
I think so, of course. Like all their exclusives, I mean, it's not that many more, but I think if they do the same exact thing, PlayStation Plus, but you can use it on your computer, like imagine God of War PS5 on your computer, beautiful. You wouldn't have to buy it on Steam. You have all your old accounts. You can play old PlayStation games now on your computer. You know, the possibility is there. They can throw in the movies like they always do or whatever. So
Sony's getting sued right now too. Remember that class action lawsuit that we were talking about the other week? So they're getting hit from all sides in general. So it's kind of interesting that I don't know how. I don't think Sony's going anywhere. I don't think they're just gonna one day just like flip upside down and then be in the gutter.
Yeah, but they're gonna be losing. It's gonna be Xbox and Nintendo now.
Yeah, because Nintendo's gone through hard times too, man.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. Like I don't see just because Xbox has the backing of Microsoft, they just won't die. Like unless everyone just like stops using like Windows
computers,
and, like if we just go back to the Stone Age, like
the government uses Microsoft, so it's like it's impossible.
Yeah,
no, it's just
so many products.
And like Sony's losing a lot already, and they're getting sued and blah blah blah. It's like, you know what do they have to lose? Go all in, copy Microsoft. Who cares? They're gonna get made fun of, but it might work. I think they should. It's time.
I don't know. Maybe they're just not willing to change. It's leadership. I don't know.
Well, they got to change that.
Yeah, because like the other article, right? Phil Spencer is saying that Microsoft really wants the Activision for the mobile and PC games. So they are trying to pivot like Microsoft's game plan. Like they are trying to create an active game plan here, right?
Exactly.
Like because now they're like, hey, and they admit in the article, Microsoft has no skin in the game when it comes to mobile, right? Their
and guess who they just bought or are going to buy?
Yeah, because their Windows Phone failed. Remember, like nobody bought that thing, right?
What a great thing. Yeah. They tried.
And and then also there's no Windows like OS for phones, right? It's either Android or you get
iPhone or Apple. What is it? The Google Pixel.
Yeah, so it's really just they don't have anything in the mobile market, and they've always regretted it and always tried to get in, but they can never break in. But remember, because also Activision owns, I think it's King, right?
Candy Crush,
King, which is their mobile game development studio.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah, and especially Diablo Immortals, Call of Duty Online for the mobile side, Call of Duty Mobile, and then so they have all that stuff, right? So there's so much things that have that are jam packed. For mobile that they're gonna own a huge because you gotta remember mobile gaming is like the biggest gaming, right? In terms of just straight up numbers. It's the biggest because people play on their phone a lot, right? And then gotcha games, mobile games that are like, hey, you want some extra energy so that you can keep playing. And so it makes a lot of money, right? That's the best way to word it. Like video games on mobile makes a lot of money, makes a ridiculous amount of money, right? And so they want to get into that, so they're buying Activision Blizzard so that they can just
the biggest, which is like, maybe we should buy small. Now let's go for the big head honcho. They're being stupid right now, anyways.
Yeah, so it is interesting because Microsoft, I think, is just making big, huge power plays to control as much of the gaming industry as possible because they do know. I mean, video games makes more money than movies and music combined. Right. So that is, if you own a huge amount of the industry already, right, with Microsoft, along with the mobile, which is the biggest portion of gaming, right, it's insane the kind of control that they'll have. So,
you think they'll start going into the movies? That's the only thing they haven't done yet.
Look at what Halo TV show. Yeah, no, it's just. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, man. And it just seems like every time we get a video game movie, though, right, or a video game TV show, it just doesn't land. We'll get one that's good, or restore my faith, and then it'll just die. It'd just be like, why did you make this? It's cursed. It's just So it's I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do if Microsoft just owns everything, basically, though, because I don't want them to own everything.
They will.
I want them to be like Microsoft. They're gonna own everything. I don't know. I liked when PlayStation and Xbox had a good rivalry because it was always pushing each other to do better.
You know what Microsoft did? They acknowledged it and they said, "Hey, you guys are cool. Let's work together." And Sony's like, "No," and ever since then. Downhill.
Yeah, I think Sony got cocky.
Yep.
I think that's what it was. And it was like, no, we own this amount. We're good. We're fine. Our biggest games, right? Because they're like what? They had The Last of Us, right? The Uncharted series.
Call of Duty, God of War.
Yeah, Call of Duty. They had the exclusives. Yeah, God of War. They were getting, I mean, Persona, right? Like they had all these things that were just, they were just like, you know, on the Infinity Gauntlet, they were just collecting them, you know what I mean? Like, they were just like, oh, okay, we got this studio, boom, we got this one, and then it just, I don't know, it's crazy, man. I mean, I really don't know what to say, because it's just like, I kind of wish, like, it was just kind of like when they were at that 50-50 equilibrium where they were just fighting for the, like, okay, well, we want this portion of the game, it's in that portion, but, you know, because for a while, Xbox was just nothing, right? Like, it was, they were just on the back burner, like, oh, you have an Xbox?
Cringe.
You know, and then it's like, yeah. And then now they're coming back, and now I'm even kind of like, dude, PlayStation, what are you doing? Like,
well, I still say cringe when you have an Xbox, but yeah, I get your point.
No, yeah, because it's like Game Pass killer, right? And that's the main thing that I praise them for, right? We don't talk about Halo Infinite, right?
What's that?
So their games are not doing too well, but we need more exclusives,
but you have the option.
I guess. But
yeah. so do you think it's because Microsoft is kind of listening to the audience, like, because Sony doesn't talk to any of us.
I think Sony doesn't really respect the fan base anymore in the same way that they did back in like the PlayStation 3 days. Because I remember back in the PS3, it's like, all right, what do you guys want? It's a little bit more like, okay, like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Right? You guys wanted Call of Duty? You wanted to get Call of Duty a bit earlier? You wanted more bonuses?
Yeah, okay, exactly. Here you go.
Deal with Call of Duty so that you guys get first dibs.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's almost over.
Yeah, so it's... I don't know, man. But we do... I guess for the last bit of gaming news, if you want to talk about it, we got Francis Lawrence directing
Well, see, these are kind of
BioShock.
connected because... Yeah, so Francis Lawrence, he's the one that made... what's it called? Hunger Games, I think? Thank you. Yeah, Hunger Games.
So he did Hunger Games, Jungle Cruise, and...
Good movies. I'll give him that.
Constantine and I Am Legend.
Yeah.
So that's what he's worked on.
But I wanted to tie in the BioShock movie with Resident Evil because Resident Evil is another video game, and that sucked and got canceled. And now he's making a BioShock movie. And will that suck and get canceled? And there's no more good video game movies. Uncharted I couldn't watch it. That was pretty mediocre. So it's like very interesting that they had Francis Lawrence. I mean, maybe he can make a good BioShock movie. I don't know if he's going to do 1, 2, or 3. If he does 3, I hope so. I hope it's that steampunky, but I don't know if it's going to translate very well because it's like a giant guy in a scuba suit. What are they called? The diver suit. And then it's like a little girl. So I don't know how they're gonna do this.
I'm not even pretending. I've never played BioShock, so I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah, but that's like BioShock's a very specific game, or all 3 of them, and so to translate that into a movie,
it's very hard to again capture a lot of the essence of what makes a good video game into a movie.
Well, because it's also FPS too, so it's like how.
Yeah, it is going to be a bit different because something like, because you have a lot of video games, right? Like we still got the Mario movie, you know, eventually coming out, right? I don't know, man, but I don't know how they're going to translate that, right? Because like you're like running and jumping in the game. It's like, okay, like the character's got some lore, some backstory, and then it's like, okay, but how do we make this a movie?
Exactly.
Because it's like it's not interactive, right? You're not going around with Mario, you know, jumping around, collecting coins. You know,
imagine that's the movie. Just like it's like an hour and a half of like a video game level, but real life. That could work.
Like a side scroller movie.
Yeah. Why aren't we directors? We'd probably be kicked out of the movie industry.
It's like a whole movie, but it's just like in a side scroller, like 2D view kind of thing.
But we'll do it with low budget, so you can tell it's like absolute trash. I'm totally for that.
That's what I'll do. So, but yeah, I don't know. Video game movies, I think in general, just like, I think we gotta be selective because it's like we saw Sonic, we saw like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat did good. Uncharted, while I didn't enjoy it a lot, it did bring in a lot of eyes, a lot of money. Yeah. Right. So they're gonna do it. We got HBO's, you know, The Last of Us. which I wasn't too. I mean,
Also
if you guys saw our reaction video on our YouTube channel, we weren't too like hyped about it. Like it looked kind of like, really, I don't know about this.
I'm probably gonna get flamed for them.
It's because a lot of people seem to like it, but I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like The Last of Us. I don't know how to word it. Like there's a certain little like magic to it that's kind of missing, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, because it's just, I don't know. I think I don't mind video game movies, but sometimes it is kind of like, okay, these are getting a little cringe. Like when they're done so poorly. When they're done so poorly. Right. Sonic 2, probably one of the best video game movies that like I've seen. Like period, right? Like in general. Like it's just blew my mind in a way.
But
like,
see
wow,
now,
okay,
but see, like now that Sonic 2 was so good, all these video game movies have to be like up to par. And I think that's what's kind of screwing everything over, because it's like Resident Evil came out and it's like they changed everything.
The thing is, also remember, they never have gone like Resident Evil right, like 100%. Everyone's always complaining about, oh, but this is.
I mean, the old movies were okay. They weren't bad.
The old movies, yeah, I think they get a lot of hate. I think they were like okay,
yeah,
like
they
the Star
Wars
good,
prequels.
But like they're like you can watch them, you know. But
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen the new one, but apparently people were saying it's just absolutely unwatchable. But yeah,
I mean, actually, you know, what was another a decent video game movie, the Monster Hunter movie.
I never saw that one.
I saw it. I completely forgot, but I saw it a while ago, and I was like, it actually wasn't that bad.
You like the Warcraft movie too,
and
right?
the Warcraft movie was a 10 out of 10, and they should remake that or make another one. But you know, whatever. Blizzard's stupid. But see, that's okay. I'm gonna go no tangent, but that was a good movie. Like, why didn't they redo that one? That was so good. Everybody loved it. Well, the fans loved it. But it's like, are they gonna like BioShock?
Okay,
are they gonna like Resident Evil? It's all about the fans, not regular people.
Yeah, because I mean that's the hard things, right? Because it's like I probably won't watch the BioShock movie or TV show or whatever they want to really do with it, right? Because I didn't play the games.
Yeah.
So they have to try to either water it down enough so that casual viewers like me can enjoy it without making a movie where it's like only hardcore fans would enjoy it. But you have to also please those hardcore fans, right? Because like when I was watching Uncharted, I'm like, wait, why'd they do it this way? That's not what happened. Like, wait, why are you introducing his brother this way or like this? Like, why is it so early? And it's like, wait, what? And it's just, it gets it's very hard to please everybody, I think, in general when making video game movies. So I don't know, but it is what it is, I guess. And I guess the last thing to really talk about is that WandaVision director, right, is going to be making Fantastic Four potentially. So what do you think about that then?
WandaVision was it was okay, but Fantastic Four maybe. I don't know how they're gonna do Fantastic Four or who they're gonna cast. I don't know if it's gonna be, what's his name? The Mr. Fantastic
man, the guy
guy
from The Office.
Yeah.
Right? John
I don't know.
Something, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor, but he's dead. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Yeah, sorry. If for some reason didn't. Yeah. I mean, you didn't miss anything, but I didn't really. I mean, WandaVision was okay. It wasn't super good, and I don't know why he's gonna do Fantastic Four.
All I'm saying is that the original Fantastic Four, the first movie.
Jessica Alba?
First movie.
Jessica Alba is...
So the reboot is trash, but we haven't really gotten like a good proper Fantastic Four.
Let's get Chris Evans back, but as Human Torch. Let's get Jessica Alba back. She looks exactly the same. I guess I'm fine with, I don't know the guy's name.
I can't remember the actor's name, but I did like him a lot when he was playing as Mr. Fantastic, right? And then,
okay, but see, look, what if they go the route of, you know, making fun of the old one, like in She-Hulk 2, where they're different actors, and they make that same joke. It's like, I'm literally a different person. They should do that route. Acknowledge their past. and look towards the future. Unless it sucks, then stop making Fantastic
today,
Four.
I see.
That's right.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, just at this point, like, I want Fantastic Four, but at this point, I'm like, man, you know what, dude? They've met, like, every single time we've gone to Fantastic Four, it's like just been messed up. So I'm just like, just throw it at us.
They picked the
with.
weakest TV show of Marvel director.
Ooh, that's.
WandaVision was okay, but I don't know, man.
No, yeah, I think out of all the TV shows, I don't know. It's like more. It's lower on the list. It's lower on the list, definitely.
Especially because what they did with her in Doctor Strange. So if he does that. Oh yeah, if he doesn't, does the same thing in Fantastic Four, he's gonna kill off a character for love or something. I don't know. I'm not for it.
Man.
I'm a hater of Marvel. Don't forget.
You're just gonna be a hater for it.
That's right.
But that's pretty much it, I think. I think that's all the news we got for today. We'd very much appreciate if you are listening on YouTube to drop a follow, a like. Drop a subscribe, a like. Follow us on our Instagrams, our Twitter, our Hover, TikTok. We have like pretty much all of the social medias at Past Pop Culture on everything, and whatever podcast listening platform you're on. It would very much appreciate if you just thumbs up, heart, star it, however it works on your platform. We very much appreciate if you do that for us. And yeah, I think that'll be it. I think we're signing off for this one.
Peace.